I think it's time we got some more paint on this kit. It's been a while, so let's get stuck right into it. Right, we're ready to crack on. What I've done with this, I've penciled out where the brown is going to go, and by default I've also penciled out where the green is going to go. But I'm going to do the brown, not going to worry too much about keeping to these edges, then fully mask for the green to go on. And touch wood, we'll have a nice finish on this. So without further ado, let's start chucking some paint around with my trusty Gallery GAD 39. Incidentally, there is an affiliate link in my video description. You can check out Gallery's fine products for yourself if you like obviously what I'm using and how I'm using it. And I can't remember if there was a discount. I shall put a 10% discount code in the description as well. So have a look, see what you think. If you want to get yourself a nice airbrush and other fine products, that's you know, that's in your balls in your court. But I wouldn't be saying this or being affiliated with Gallery if I didn't think it was a great product, and all the Gallery airbrushes that I own, which is 2 at the minute, I bought previously with my own money because they were such good products. Right, enough of the sales pitch, let's get sticking some paint on. So what I'm going to do when the compressor stops, because I've painted this in black, I'm just going to paint this on as if it was pre-shaded, because basically, essentially, it is fully pre-shaded. Just a quick adjustment. There we go. As you can see, I'm actually, as I'm painting, I'm going over the pencil line. Whoops. because I do want it to be blanked out so I can mask from the other way for the green, which you will see that happen when I do it. So now I've got the rough part done. What I'm going to do is mist it over a little bit to make these lines a little bit more subtle. Okay, phase 1 started. So I shall possibly go over to the power of time lapse and get the rest of the tail finished. And the brown is on. So from here on, I'm going to give it a good 24 hours to dry, and then I'm going to have a play with this stuff. So for me, it'll be 24 hours, but for you, it'll be right now. So I was going to use the AK elastic putty. Well, I still am. But I was going to get this covered in stages. It seems, as you can see, if you put some on, 24 hours later, it starts to kind of, well, melt. I don't know, melt, run, whatever. It's not a massive problem, because obviously all you need to do is take it off and start again. So rather than cover the entire kit, whoopsie, in stages, I'm going to have to do so much of it, paint it straight away, get the masking off and carry on, which is what you'll be seeing next. Right, let's carry on painting. I've now moved over to the RAF Dark Earth. Don't know if you can see that. I've got a smudge of paint right over the label. Again, it's extra colour enamels thinned down with the liquid dryers. So let's go for it. Right, this green's had a little bit of time to go off, so let's get this masking putty off and see what we've got underneath there. This is the exciting part. Ooh. And of course, because you can completely cover the bits you don't want to get painting, as opposed to the blue tack sausages I used to use. There's no overspray, and that's looking very nice. A little bit of, I don't know what that is, but it's not so tricky to touch up. Yeah, I think that's a bit that could do with sharpening just there. Let's take this off. Of course, when this has had some varnish applied, it will level it out a little bit more. It's kind of in a bit of a raw state at the moment, but yeah, that's not bad. That's okay. So I'm going to crack on with finishing the green, which is where we'll be the next time you see this kit. And there we are, done. Now, as you can probably see in the lights, there's the extra colour paints have a natural glossy finish, which will help with the decaling. And yeah, the AK plastic elastic putty for airbrush, it's done a good job. I can see myself using it again and again. Really easy to use. I did make it into sausages like I would have done with blue tack, but then what I did do was with more of the elastic putty is just fill in the sections I didn't want to get paint on. So that's another little tool in the arsenal, and I'm probably going to build something else British, maybe a bit smaller scale, not scale, smaller size, just to have another go with this elastic putter. I keep calling it plastic putter. It's elastic putter. So on that note, and of course I did use my trusty Gallery GAD 39 airbrush. I am not sponsored by them. I have not paid for, say it again, I have not been paid to advertise for Gallery. The two Gallery airbrushes I own, bought out of my own money, great products, bought out of my own money because I liked them. Right, anyway, stop waffling. So I'm going to leave this video here. As you can see, there is a little bit of work still to do. I've got some intakes to go on the top of those. I need to do the collector rings, the cowl flaps, get the propellers on, decals, demasking of course, but I might make a little video where I just do that in between times, because it is a really satisfying part of any build when your masking is as extensive as what I've got on here. So I'm going to shut up, stop talking, which is the same thing, and the next time you see this we will probably be decaling.